Welcome back, everybody. Democrat super PAC MoveOn.org releasing this ad accusing Republicans of waging a war on women. Will this line of attack be effective in tearing away female voters from the GOP? Bob Vanderplatz is the executive director of the Family Leader and a Rick Santorum supporter. Good morning to you, Bob. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
By the way, Bob's in town to run a half marathon, so he is getting geared up.
I'm stretching out right now.
This war on women that Democrats are trying to paint the Republicans as waging, will it be effective?
I don't think it will be. Anytime MoveOn.org, which is the left of the left, puts out an ad like this or a video like this, I have much more respect for women than to say they're just going to buy into that line of thinking that it's all about abortion on demand or subsidizing my contraceptives so I can have the lifestyle I want to have. I think our women are going to be much more in depth when they're taking a look at the economy, jobs, gas prices, and leadership for this country.
If there's a face of that war that they're trying to target, it's Rick Santorum. It's your guy. How does he fight back against that notion?
Well, I think what people like about Rick Santorum is that he's likable. The first thing is that they trust him. Now, they may not always agree with the position he holds, but they trust him. But they also know he loves his country, has a great family, loves his family, and I think he's a proven leader that people are going to really take a hard look at in this nomination process, and I think he'd stand up very well against President Obama.
If there's any evidence that suggests this might be successful from the Democrats, it's a new poll from Pew that says 20% of Mitt Romney's supporters, if Rick Santorum gets the nomination, they would leave and actually vote for President Obama. How big a concern is that for Santorum supporters? And what does he do to get back some of those independents?
I think he needs to win the nomination. I've watched politics as usual and the establishment play out quite a bit in the last decade. And what they're interested in is winning. If Santorum beats Romney, they're going to come over. They're not going to want 4 more years of Barack Obama. They know jobs are at stake. Energy is at stake. There's a lot of things at stake for the future of this country. And that's why, I think Santorum, again, is going to do extremely well in this process.
We talked a lot about how big Florida was, Ohio, Michigan. Those states have not gone well for Rick Santorum. He's just been beaten out by Mitt Romney. So how important is the next big state? And that's Illinois on Tuesday. Well, how important is that? Does he need to win?
All the states are big. And I think
but doesn't he need to win one of these big guys to say, I can win these huge swing states?
Well, everybody keeps saying that Mitt Romney needs to win the next big one. Alabama, Mississippi needs to show he can win in the South. Santorum wins in the South, Alabama, and Mississippi. The states
but those are states that are going to go Republican anyway.
Right. But the states you just mentioned, like Ohio and Michigan, had Newt Gingrich gotten out of the race, and I know what your poll shows, but had Newt Gingrich got out of the race, I believe Santorum wins Michigan. I believe he wins Ohio. The narrative is completely different. I think if Gingrich, who's a very good friend of mine, were to get out and throw his support behind Santorum, his followers would go that route as well.
That might be different, but you know Newt as well as I do, and he ain't getting out of this race.
He's going to do everything he can to stop Romney.
Bob Vanderplatz, always a pleasure to have you. Good luck in the New York City Half Marathon today. 13 miles. That's impressive.